The search for inner peace. Many people spend their lives searching for inner peace. They try meditation, travel to quiet places, change their circumstances, optimize their diet, their daily life, and their relationships. And yet, there often remains a restlessness, a quiet inner tension that can't be shaken off. Maybe you know this feeling. You think, once I have less stress, I'll be calmer. Or, if I solve this conflict, then I'll find peace. But what happens when the stress is over? The next one appears. What happens when a conflict is resolved? The next one might already be around the corner. So, we go in circles. We try to shape the world around us so that it brings us peace. And in doing so, we overlook a truth that changes everything. Inner peace does not arise through external control, but through inner presence. The power of the present moment. Most restlessness does not arise from what is happening right now, but from what we think about it. It's our expectations, our judgments, our stories that create noise, not the moment itself. If you observe yourself in a very quiet moment, maybe while waiting, walking, or brushing your teeth, you will notice, even in these unspectacular moments, there's often something going on inside. Thoughts, to-dos, memories, worries, and along with them comes the tension. But the present moment itself is almost always peaceful. It's simple, quiet, clear. It's our mind that makes it complicated. The first step towards inner peace is therefore not to change everything on the outside, but to learn to be in the now, without immediately wanting to judge or change. We'll take a closer look at this path in the next parts. Part 2. The power of conscious awareness. What does it actually mean to truly be in the now? And why is this very state the key to more peace? When you are in the present moment, you are not thinking about yesterday. You are not planning what will happen tomorrow. You're simply here, breathing, feeling, aware. Sounds simple, but it's not. Because most of the time, we don't spend in the here and now, but in our heads. We think about the past. What did I do wrong? How should I have reacted differently? Or we worry about the future. What if that doesn't work? What if I'm disappointed? These thoughts create stress. Not because reality is stressful, but because we create a second inner reality, full of expectations, doubts, worries. But the now is always free from these stories. It's simply what's happening right now, without labels, without interpretation. A simple way to connect with the present moment is through your senses. Feel your body. Hear the sounds around you. Feel your breath. You don't have to do anything, change anything. Just notice. An example. You are sitting at a table with a warm cup of tea in your hand. Your mind says, you should be more productive. But the moment says, here is warmth. Here is silence. Here you are. If you stay in this moment, truly stay, something very precious arises. Peace. It's not a spectacular experience, but it's real, and it belongs only to you. Through this practice of conscious awareness, you become calmer, not because your life suddenly becomes easier, but because you experience it differently. You create a space between you and your thoughts, and in this space, clarity arises. In the next section, we'll look at how you can maintain this clarity even in difficult moments, without getting lost in the whirlwind of thoughts again. Part 3. How to stay in the now in difficult moments. It's easy to be in the moment when everything is calm. When the sun is shining, nobody wants anything from you, and your body is relaxed. But what happens when something triggers you? When someone hurts you, criticizes you, or you feel overwhelmed? It is precisely in such moments that it becomes apparent how deeply you are truly anchored in the now. And this is precisely where the greatest potential for change lies. Because even in these difficult situations, the following applies. The moment itself is often not the problem, but what your mind makes of it. A critical word quickly becomes, "I'm not good enough," in your head. A missed appointment becomes, "I messed everything up." A glance becomes, "They don't like me." All of these are thoughts, and thoughts trigger feelings. Not the situation itself, but what you tell yourself about it. The key, therefore, lies in remaining aware even in such moments. This doesn't mean that you should suppress or ignore your feelings. On the contrary, it means to consciously feel them without letting them overwhelm you. If you are angry, notice the anger. Feel where it sits in your body. Observe it, without reacting immediately. If you are sad, be sad, but stay present. If you are ashamed, observe how your mind judges you, but don't believe everything it says. This kind of conscious feeling is like an anchor. It brings you back to yourself, and it prevents you from getting lost in the old thought loops. You will notice even strong emotions change when you just observe them. They come, they rise, and they go again, like clouds in the sky. In the next part, we'll summarize everything once again, with a little reflection and a gentle impulse for your life. Part 4. Conclusion, reflection, and the next step. Perhaps you felt it while listening. The greatest power lies not in controlling life, but in letting go of what you think about it. The present moment is not spectacular. It is often quiet, inconspicuous, still, and that is precisely why we overlook it so easily. Our mind says, there must be more. But the more is often exactly what separates you from the essential. If you learn to befriend the now, you will notice. You don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. You don't have to wait for the next vacation, the next raise, or the next day off to feel calm and clear. The peace you seek is already there, beneath your thoughts, beneath your worries, beneath your inner pressure. It reveals itself in the silence between two breaths, in a moment of pure perception, in a glance, in a step, in a conscious pause. The more often you remember this, the more natural it becomes. The moment becomes your home. not as an idea, but as an experience. You won't suddenly be a different person, but you will experience yourself differently, more consciously, more calmly, alive in a quiet, powerful way. Reflection question for today. When was the last time you simply felt the moment without wanting to change it? And how about if you start right now? Maybe with the next cup of coffee, the next conversation, the next ray of sunshine. If you would like to find out more about yourself and are looking for ways to go through life more relaxed and positive, subscribe to the channel. That would help you and me. Here, you will regularly find videos that support you in living more consciously, understanding yourself better, and discovering the moment as a friend, not as something you have to control, but as something that carries you. Thank you for being here. Perhaps this moment was already a small step towards more peace within you.